Hey guys,
Hey, yo.
welcome back to another episode of Shaking Up the Game with your host, Ari.
And Haley. What if we have new listeners? Now they're going to be confused.
I'm Haley.
I'm Ari.
I don't look like an Ari.
No.
No. I look like basic ass bitch.
Do I look like an Ari?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like
okay.
if you had like a normal name like Shelby or something, I would hate it.
What about like Hannah?
Boring.
I always was jealous of that name growing up.
Why? Because
nobody could pronounce Ariane, okay?
Is it because it spells the same forward and backwards?
Yeah, that was fascinating to me. When I was in like second grade, I was like, wow. Wow, you could be upside down and write your name and it'd still be the same. Okay, well, anyways, we have another banging episode.
Why are you obsessed with banging right now?
That's all we do. Bang, bang, bang.
Bang, bang chicken, bang, bang shrimp.
Bang, bang, screw the Niner gang.
Oh, yeah, always. Always.
No, that's all we do is we just put out banging episodes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say all we do is bang, and I hated every second of that.
No. This is all PG, folks. PG.
This is PG. We also never incite true violence.
Oh, my God, no.
If Ari says something like, I'm going to bring my bat, like, she means a foam bat.
Yes, please. Also, I'm sorry, but I'm swinging and I'm hitting nothing. Let's be real.
No, she's never played the sport.
I couldn't hurt a fly if I tried.
I was really thinking that if we went, when we're at spring training and like hopefully do a little tour of the facilities, you know what I mean, as we're doing some segments of the episode, they let you hit some balls.
Oh, God. Well,
because I don't want
good thing there's no homes or windows around.
I don't want you to start hitting balls at like the local Lake Wilderness Park. I want you to hit balls like
at a park.
No, at like at a stadium.
Yeah. Can you be in the outfield cheering, please?
Well, yes, I'll be behind the plate.
Okay. That'd be so fun.
Before we get into baseball, we gotta talk football.
We've got to talk football because it's winter time.
And I don't care. Football. I don't care what y'all think. We're still talking about the 2026 Super Bowl champions.
Big facts, because the NFC is no joke.
No. What do we always say?
Yeah.
Put some respect on the NFC West.
Yes, NFC West. NFC as a whole this year is up for grabs, and we're taking that shit.
There's no way an AFC team wins the Super Bowl this year.
If they do, it's all rigged.
Well, we already know that's
Which
rigged.
we know, but
don't even let us. So this episode, obviously, we're going to recap the Seahawks loss to the Rams. Yeah, you heard that right. And then the new Mariners acquisition.
Mm-hmm.
However, we obviously know it's NBA season, but this silly little problem
Yeah.
that our team now resides in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and
but if we have time, we have to get into their recent rigging.
Yeah,
because there is now updates that the Dallas Mavericks are exploring trading Anthony Davis.
And allegedly their headquarters is based in Las Vegas. So
and the only reason why you have Anthony Davis is for Luka, and now you don't need him because you magically got the first pick in the lottery.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, the NBA is rigged.
NBA's rigged. Shohei Ohtani's guilty. Like these things go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Anyways, the Seahawks headed on down to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Lost to the Rams 21-19.
According to my math, that's only 2 points.
Yeah, that's measly 2 points. That means if we would have hit that field goal.
No, quite literally. And I'm sorry, but if you live under a rock, you would know that we had 4 interceptions that game, and we only lost by 2 points. So we have some optimism.
You know, one thing I love about us
next week. What?
Is it's always we.
Oh, yeah, it's we.
Sam didn't have 4 interceptions.
No, we did. I threw one.
Well, you look like him.
I know, and I take it. It's all on me. I get it.
He played like Ari.
Genuinely, if I had to play quarterback 4, I would have had 8 interceptions,
Dude.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, you know what? Measly old little 4 interceptions. Whatever.
The game did come down to a 61-yard field goal attempt by Jason Myers that he was unable to
Yeah.
kick.
That shit wasn't even close. I ain't even gonna lie. But I will say that did not come down to Jason Myers. That is not his fault.
No. Respect Jason
Yeah.
Myers. But I am getting like, at what point do we, I'm not saying get rid of Jason Myers. Don't hear it incorrectly here.
No.
But like, there's some other kickers in the league hitting 65 plus yards.
Cam Little down over there in Jacksonville?
What did he hit, a 68?
Something like that.
Yeah,
It's
someone
like
just hit like a 6. So I'm like,
yeah, 65, 68 or something like that. Like, yeah,
like,
well,
when do we start being like, hey, you know what? We need that 61 yarder.
well, you know what's insane is because apparently before, I think during warm-ups, he was hitting like 60 yarders.
Oh, so it's just like game stress?
No problem. So he has the leg for it.
Okay.
But yeah, that would have been something if we really would have came out of there with a win.
No, the miracle. Let's start with the Seahawks offense.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So, I mean, honestly, we outgained the Rams overall
Crazy.
in yardage, in passing yards, rushing yards, third down conversions, time of possession. So we genuinely, we outgained them. We could have won. Obviously, the story of the game was the 4 interceptions by Sam Darnold. Couple of them, I could see where the mistake was made. There was that one where he was like in the air being quite literally sacked. And
it was like,
I was like, why'd you throw that?
It was like he was jumping up for a slam dunk.
Yes.
And then
and then there goes the ball. And I was like, yo. Okay, now you're pissing me off. Because I cannot reason that one. Not entirely sure what was going on there. Unfortunately, the Seahawks now have a league high of 20 turnovers, 12 over the last 4 games.
Woof.
Yeah, big woof. Big woof. Because, you know, if he would have thrown 2 interceptions, we would have won. 3 interceptions, we would have won.
Yeah.
4, however.
4 is a tough. 4 is a doozy.
No, 4 is an absolute doozy. It clearly was just not his day.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we don't play the Rams every single week.
Well, we do play them twice a year, though.
Unfortunately, that team seems to be Sam's
kryptonite.
Absolute kryptonite. Obviously, like we said last week, previewing the game, that he has not played well against the Rams as the Vikings, and that clearly has continued.
We will give the Rams their flowers in the sense that they rank second in the NFL for a lot of the defensive categories.
Yes,
so
they have a great defense.
He didn't fall short to a shitty defense. This was his first
This was
game.
True test. Yeah, for the team as a whole.
Failed it.
Yeah, F. Defense, A.
Redoing that Thursday Night Football, December, whatever date that is.
Thank God we get a redo.
He will be retaking the exam.
No, in fact, I hope that the week leading up to it, that everyone wears Rams uniforms.
Oh.
Just to shake the nerves, because something about the Rams unis just gets Sam Darnold in a little tissy. Yeah. And he's got to shake them ghosts.
Well, I also think that if we're leading up to that game, the offensive players for the Seahawks could wear Rams jerseys and like bing, bing, bing.
Well, thank God Cooper Kupp was on the Seahawks, because he was like, hey, Kupp, you don't know if he's on Seahawks or Rams still. So that worked out in our favor. Hopefully by then he learns how to take sacks. I think that's the one which we have been like applauding our O-line of not allowing sacks, which obviously is super important. However, there are times where it is necessary to take the sack.
Or to sit down.
Yes, rather than throwing the ball to the other team.
Yeah, 100%.
So whatever you got to do to not do that,
I think that obviously, as we've discussed too, the play calling was questionable.
Oh my God, yeah.
However, like genuinely, who are we to say that there wasn't a game plan for a certain reason? That's why playing these in division teams is always so hard, because we do know each other so well. We play twice a year.
I'm sorry, but Sam McVay, he knows
the Seahawks.
Yeah,
I mean they do pretty. So I understand Kubiak trying to you know what I mean, like shift up. The biggest problem that we saw happen was the first down, second down run plays that weren't successful, and then put Sam Darnold in the third down desperation situation, and that is where multiple of the interceptions came, because he was forcing that third down play, and we weren't seeing that on first down, second down.
I think if we would have done a lot more quick passes on first and third downs rather than, I understand really, really, really trying to get that run game going because that is our fatal flaw this season. It's just not being able to run the ball. And it's frustrating because the offensive line is great at protecting. We've got the pass rush. But we just cannot create holes inside for Charbonnet.
Right.
Block on the outside for Kenneth Walker. We cannot get that run game going. But me personally, which granted, I ain't ever playing calls for an NFL team. So, like, my opinion can only go so far.
Right.
However, if we're in the third quarter and the run game just ain't fucking happening,
yeah, let's scratch it.
Okay? Try again next week.
Yeah,
let's get the ball down the field.
Yeah.
How Sam knows how to get it down the field. Get it to JSN. Because as some people like to say that JSN was locked up, that guy still had 9 receptions and 105 yards.
Yeah.
To me, that ain't locked up.
No, it wasn't locked up. I think what they were trying to do, obviously, use the run, open up more of the secondary.
Right.
Because their secondary is so good.
Exactly, yeah.
Obviously, JSN, it doesn't matter who JSN's going against. He's
Clearly.
open, including the Rams.
Yes.
Like, sorry. But we weren't seeing a lot of our 10, 15-yard slot routes over the middle where you're going to see a Cooper Kupp, where you saw Torrey Horton, who's out. Maybe a Shaheed.
Yeah.
Also, like, let's do more with Shaheed than the trick play.
Dude, yeah.
Around the backside.
That would have been a touchdown, but that was a great defensive play. I'll give it to the Rams. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, just more check down passes, just marching down the field. And yes, we love the explosive plays. Yes, JSN is there for that. Sam Darnold's one of the best deep ball throwers in the league. The explosive plays obviously are my personal favorite to watch.
Oh, right.
But if it's just one of those games where you're just doing 10-yard passes and marching down the field, then you do it.
Yeah.
And that's just how you win the game.
100%.
You know, it doesn't matter how. But I don't think that we were giving Sam enough opportunities in the first and second downs.
Right.
To
be
march down
comfortable.
exactly.
100%.
And then, like you said, forced on third down and
Very
try
forced.
and make a miraculous
Very
play.
forced.
Yeah.
Specifically looking at Sam Darnold, obviously this is the worst performance we've seen him in a Seahawks uniform.
Right.
But I'm still like,
okay, well, let's be honest, and, like, I'm not going to jinx it, knock on wood, but, like, he's not going to throw 4 interceptions every game.
No, I said that same sentence to somebody today, and they're like, well, he has before. I'm like, when he was with the Jets, like, ages, like, that's unfair.
Yes. And
like, we're not going there.
Exactly.
Also,
no, we're not.
like, I think his character, he went straight up to the press conference, obviously owned the whole thing.
Totally.
Like, Russell would have been like, well, I tried my best.
Oh, God. God first and go Seahawks. No, literally.
But yes, I 100% agree. He's not doing that every day. Sometimes a game like that, like, refocuses you. It humbles you.
Totally.
Puts you right back, like, in the lab.
And
You know what I mean?
And
like,
I'm glad it happened now in week 11 instead of
1,000%.
first round of playoffs. Like, I mean, yeah, that was a good test. And I feel like, yes, we have been a little lucky schedule-wise the last couple weeks. But, like, look at the Patriots. They're 9-2, and they have the easiest schedule. We are, 7-3 now, and we don't have the easiest schedule. And so I think that, that plays a part. But I, however, would be more confident in us in the playoffs versus the Patriots because we've had those tests during the season versus here you have a cakewalk and then you get to playoffs and you're like, oh, here's some big daddies.
Right. I'm going to do a cross-sport.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude, because we know sports.
Watch out.
We know sports.
Watch out.
To explain it in college basketball terms.
Okay, let me kick my feet up and drink a sip of my beer for this.
Yeah, dude. Grab the Modelo. Sponsored by.
If they want.
I worry about that, too, where you aren't playing enough tough teams. We've seen it happen in the NFL, but, like, think about, we've seen it for many years, a team like Gonzaga.
Yeah.
Right, Gonzaga basketball, which is in Washington, for those of you that don't know. However, you play such a mediocre to shitty schedule for the whole year, then they obviously wipe everyone out. But then they get to March Madness, and they're shocked because now you're starting to play top talent. I feel the same way, where a couple games like this is not the end of the world.
No.
You're learning.
Yes, and if we had, like, gotten blown out, maybe we would feel a little differently. But the fact that it came down to a field goal shows that our defense is elite, and we can compete. Like we said, Sam Darnold isn't going to throw 4 interceptions every single game.
And
So
like,
I mean, we walk away optimistic after that.
which is crazy for us.
Like upset, but like not. I mean, even when I was watching the game, I was down South Carolina, Georgia, visiting my boyfriend's family, and his mom, sweet angel, we're sitting there watching the game, and she's like, I know you're pissed off right now. Like, you can let it out. You ain't gonna
She let it out by texting me.
And I was like, yeah.
She's like,
I'm literally like Twitter fingers.
oh, yeah.
But then afterwards, like, my boyfriend looked at me and goes, you okay? And I'm like, I will be in about 5 minutes. And he was like, and like, literally, sure enough, 10 minutes later go by, and he's like, I'm kind of shocked that you're not like,
yeah, well, we had a little bit of therapy, like in text.
For
we were
sure.
like, okay. And then like you go on social media and like everyone was still fucking with us.
And so that's
like,
what I was thinking. I was like, you know what? After thinking about the whole thing, I'm like, it just came down. Like in the moment, obviously, I'm pissed because, oh my God, we actually could have won it with a field goal, which is insane.
Yeah.
But then it was like taking a step back after letting the emotions cool down a little bit and just looking at him like, hey, we lost by 2 points. That came down to a field goal with 4 interceptions. Like putting that in perspective, if it were any other team, like if the Rams versus the Bills or I don't know, anyone else in the league, if Josh Allen or whatever is throwing 4 interceptions, they don't have as good of a defense as we are. That game's a blowout.
No,
and that gets ugly.
Imagine also if you were a Rams fan.
Facts. I'm pissed.
If that exact game was flip-flopped and I was a Rams fan sitting there coming down to a game-winning field goal, I would be livid.
You're telling me that they gave up the ball 4 times and we're not putting them in the absolute dirt?
And I am mature and good enough at my job here to say that I realize that Matthew Stafford is a better quarterback than Sam Darnold.
No shit. He's got, what, 50 years in the league?
Yeah, super gray right now. But he scored 2 more points than Sam Darnold with 4 interceptions. So
yeah, I mean, I guess a couple notes on the defense. On that note, we kept Stafford at 130 yards, which was his lowest yardage total, lowest completion percentage, and yards per attempt average of the season. Which Matthew Stafford has put up an MVP season, which rightfully so. But that is something to note that we kept him at his lowest.
Clearly, they scored 7 points in the second half.
Yeah. It was his 4th lowest in a game in his 17-year career and lowest since 2018 when he was with the Lions. So, I mean, like we said, the defense was absolutely elite. We only allowed 12 first downs.
Yep.
12th man, go Hawks. And 249 yards. That's the fewest first downs and second lowest yardage total that they've had in a game this season, the Rams.
And the majority of their yards were still Puka Nacua.
Yeah.
Because that's their most elite receiver.
Yeah. I mean, the Rams were only 2 for 11 on third down conversions, the lowest of their season. So, like we said, like our defense was obviously elite. Our offense obviously is what, I mean, Sam Darnold lost the game, point blank, period. But having a defense like that, allowing you to even
that keeps you in games. We've been saying this actually all season. Like the defense that we have this year allows you to have a quarterback that just needs to not make dumb mistakes.
Exactly.
And we have won majority of our games this year without him making dumb mistakes.
Yeah.
He made mistakes this week. We lost.
Yeah. And we're still seated in the playoffs.
7-3.
Yeah.
We're 7-3,
Yeah.
folks. like I'm gonna say it with my chest.
Yeah, no.
Also, just the culture that the Seahawks have shown post-loss from Mike McDonald being like, we're growing, we learning. Yeah. Because, again, he's in second year, too. Like, he's learning a lot from games like this. But just the, post-game, they ain't worried about that loss.
Ernest Jones.
Motherfuckers. First of all, I put this video on my story, Ernest Jones press conference, right? Seattle Seahawks posted it, clipped it from their page, put it on my story. Time goes by and I see that you put it on your story. Yeah. And I was like, okay, well, mine's gone. It got deleted.
Oh.
Because the Seahawks first posted Ernest Jones' press conference and they bleeped out the word fuck because he said that. Because the NFL always censors their social media, right? So the Seahawks posted that original one, censored. And then decided, fuck it, literally, deleted that and posted the raw interview.
Yeah, unedited. Which is funny because I didn't see.
I have chills right now. Why? Over swear words? I'm like, finally, justice.
I might cuss a little.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I know. They were like, he cussed. And I'm like, God, they didn't the whole game, I'm sure.
No.
Yeah, no way.
Are you kidding?
I'm like, see, Mom? Everyone does it.
Literally. But God forbid that you flex on a player because you won't get 15 yards.
Bro. Yeah, do you think he got
But
fined
don't
for
cuss.
that?
Don't cuss. Probably.
Dude, the Seahawks probably got fined.
Yeah, probably.
For posting that, which I fucking love him for.
So basically, they were like saying that, you know, he was recapping and saying that Sam Darnold had said, it's on me. And he basically just shut that down. And it was like, it's not.
Do you want me to read it?
Hit it with the quote.
Ernest Jones says, Sam's been having us in every single fucking game.
Woo!
So for him to sit there and say, oh, that's my fault. No, it's not. It's football, man. He's our quarterback. We got his back. And you got anything to say, quite frankly, fuck you.
I want that on a shirt, quite frankly. Fuck you.
Bro, and the Seahawks posted, quite frankly, fuck you.
Yeah, quite frankly.
Quite frankly, I love this team.
Quite frankly, we're going to the Super Bowl. It doesn't
Quite
matter.
frankly, we're winning the Super Bowl. Quite frankly, our defense is better than yours.
Quite frankly. Yeah. So,
It's making me think of Frank Clark.
No. I bet he wish he was here too.
He's like, quite frankly.
Like, just seeing the way that we have rallied behind Sam, who, I'm sorry, but if a quarterback is throwing 4 interceptions, you're usually looking at the guy like, sir,
right.
what are you doing?
But
like,
we're also not a culture that allows that shit.
And
where someone's going to the podium and speaking ill will on their team because there's other teams in the league that are like that.
I mean, like we mentioned.
Or in the locker room.
Like I mentioned before, the Bengals.
Yes.
Like, they're like, just close out the fucking game.
Yes.
Like, you know, the offense is bitching at the defense. Like,
right.
Ernest Jones.
I mean, we've seen it for years.
Backing up his QB.
Yes.
Yeah. And I also think, too, that is massive in just continuing to keep putting the confidence in Sam Darnold. I know for a fact they weren't doing that in New York.
No.
You know, there wasn't a team culture backing them up.
No.
And
even in Minnesota, they were okay getting rid of him.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sorry, but I continue to say, I think instilling that confidence in your quarterback is one of the most important things you could do. And I'm sure he beat himself up enough about the 4 interceptions.
1,000%.
He doesn't need the fans. He does not need the teammates and the coaches to do it. It's an all mutual understanding. And I think it was, quite frankly, fucking awesome that Ernest Jones did that. And the Seahawks.
Quite frankly. Shout out to the Seattle Seahawks media, quite frankly.
Okay, next matchup we have the Tennessee Titans.
Wait, I just want to make sure we reiterate the history that...
Oh, the JSN's the best wide receiver in the league.
Again, copy and paste it. From
Quite frankly,
JSN is the best receiver in the NFL.
You're right. Because
JSN had 9 receptions, 105 yards, becoming the first player in NFL history, Super Bowl era, with 75-plus yards in each of his first 10 games of the season.
Yeah.
It was also his 7th 100-yard game this season, moving him past Hall of Famer Steve Largent for the most 100-yard games in a season in Seahawks history.
Yeah, so he's our guy. He's him.
Against the second best defense in the league?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but he was not locked up.
No.
And
Sam was
and if he was, he found that key real quick because 105 yards, that ain't locked up. And that one hand grab?
Bro.
Oh, wait.
I don't think JSN was locked up. I think Sam Darnold was locked up.
He was absolutely locked up.
Yeah.
Rattled and seeing
He was in an escape room and was not. Bless his heart.
No, bless his heart.
Okay, no. Worst part of the game, though, besides the 4 interceptions, was losing Gray Zabel, offensive lineman, rookie of the year.
Yes.
Left the game due to knee injury, which we all held our breath.
Oh, yeah.
However, first imaging came back that he does have a knee injury, nothing serious, so we're not looking at any tear or season-ending injury.
I'm not going to lie, like, when that happened, I was like, that's worse than losing.
Oh, 100%. Well, you don't want to lose a game like that and lose one of your biggest pieces. So we're going to be looking at Christian Haynes for the backup while Gray Zabel's out. Something about Gray Zabel's giving me, like, he ain't going to be out long.
No, because he's corn-fed.
Yeah. He's drinking Busch Lights.
Yeah, he's like...
And we're back. Yeah,
knee injury. I got 2 knees. Who cares about one
exactly.
of them?
Like, he gives me that kind of vibe. Like,
100%.
He's not rehabbing. He's not giving me CJ Pro Size, who's rehabbing at Mint down in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Stop. Caught.
Ari and I literally live. I don't care. He's out the league now, but Ari and I, when we lived in Arizona, saw CJ Prosize there while he was rehabbing.
Yeah,
quotes.
we looked at each other and we go,
because do you remember this man was always hurt?
mm-hmm.
Always
yeah.
hurt. And he's in the club.
Yeah.
He's like, we're like, so what are you doing here? Quite literally, we go up to him and ask him that.
Yeah,
and he's like, oh, I'm rehabbing.
Right.
And I was like, that's crazy because it's 2 a.m.
Right.
And we're in the club. I didn't know they did rehab.
How is this helping? Right.
I was like, touche.
Okay.
Anyways, Grace Abel's not giving me that vibe, so I think we should be good.
Yeah. So speaking of, like I said, next up is Tennessee. They are 1-9. Obviously.
You're the only 10 I see.
Facts.
Facts that you're the only 10 I see.
Yeah. Clock it. I'm kidding. The Seahawks do have a 76% chance to win via ESPN.
Oh, I don't like it.
I
don't like it.
You know you're a Seahawks fan when you're still a little nervous.
I don't want to play that shitty of a team.
1-9 Titans.
No, I'm stressed out about it. Hopefully we get back on track on the road.
Yes,
because
however,
that lost.
I was gonna say that so Grace Abel is technically day to day, not practicing Wednesday of this week, I believe. Who knows for the rest of the week? Preferably, I'm cool with letting him sit out.
Rest this one out.
Because it's the Titans.
Sam, you might have to take a sack or two.
Yes, it's okay. I would rather that just because
100%
of the matchup.
Yeah.
Of the Tennessee Titans.
Well, but we got to get our road wins back on track.
We
because
absolutely
that loss
do.
to the Rams ruined our streak.
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, we did lose our franchise record 10 consecutive game winning streak on the road, which bummer, but
big bummer.
Sadly,
okay. Ari and I won't be making the trip to Nashville for this game. However, we do have.
Everyone's like, "What was that a plan?"
You know what? I will say we've been in Nashville once together. We do need to redo that in a month that's not July.
Yeah,
because that.
You know what's funny is because we went and it was very humid. I went back again another time. It wasn't as humid.
Oh my god, dude! We were showering after the bars.
I had curly hair. I don't have curly hair.
We were finally being that girl that's like, who isn't showering when they come home from the clubs? Like, I actually had to shower.
No, we were showering.
No, and now that I've seen that and I've experienced Nashville, I'm like, she lives in the humid South.
We said this. We were like, she ain't up here in the upper left.
No, I'm like, what? When I get home from the club in Bellevue, I'm like,
Taco Bell in bed, and I don't feel gross, not one bit.
No, and I'm eating it in bed.
In bed, and I don't give a damn. Because quite frankly, sorry, that's my new bit.
The first time I shower after the club, I will literally
I'm not gonna out myself.
I will call you, and because if I even do my skincare routine, I'm giving myself
massive
gold flowers.
Yeah.
However, we have a special announcement.
We do.
For the Seahawks game in Tennessee.
Yes. We are part of a giveaway. We are giving away 2 tickets to Ole Red Nashville's Honky Tonk Tailgate, which is the only bar on Broadway that is opening early at 9 a.m. to welcome all Seahawks fans before the game. There will be an all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet, beer bucket discounts, exclusive giveaways. So, to enter that giveaway, if you are traveling to Nashville, you lucky duck, if you're going to the game, or if you know friends or family members that are going to be at the Seahawks game in Nashville, to enter the giveaway, check out our stories and our Instagram and TikTok.
Yes.
To enter the giveaway, and best of luck.
I think it's Blake Shelton's bar.
Yes, I was going to say that, and then I...
Maybe Gwen Stefani will be there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah. No doubt they're married. Quite frankly, she should be there. I heard she's a Seahawks fan.
Sorry, y'all. Man, we should have done this episode.
When they messaged us, bless their heart, we were like, well, should Ari and I go?
Yeah. Well, it's crazy because I was already down in South Carolina and Georgia. I just was about to stay there the whole week this week. And
shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Popped on over to Nashville for the game.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
I know. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. In our division, the Rams play Tampa Bay this week.
Well,
so
thank God.
Go Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Thank God.
Go Seahawks. Hopefully we can get back in the win column.
Oh, yeah.
And make our march to the Super Bowl.
For sure.
Because we're not delusional. NFL as a whole, just a little quick snapshot of what's going on. Like we said earlier, 9 of 16 teams currently sit over 500 in the NFC. So this year's playoff race in the NFC is quite literally anybody's. It's up for grabs. Who would like to grab that?
If this continues to be like a new trend in the NFL, though, I get the Chiefs have won a lot, so it doesn't seem like that way. But I need them to redo the NFC and
Facts.
the NFC.
There's going to be
in
a
the
realignment.
AFC.
There's got to be a realignment.
Realignment. Or let's really fucking shake it up.
Ooh.
And, and let's go college football style.
Yeah.
Top 16 records.
Yeah. Big facts. Because it's honestly, it's absurd that like a team in the AFC can barely have, sometimes not even a winning record.
No.
And they can get to the playoffs.
Yes.
And we're over here like, I don't know, 12-5.
Yes,
I mean, even
won't.
last year when it was like was it the Vikings and the Packers? I think they were both like 12-5.
Yeah,
and it
I
was
think
like
so.
this mess. And it's literally like, I'm sorry, but here we are fighting each other, beating each other up, actually playing competitive games every single week.
Yeah, we're
with
actually
a
competitive.
Way over 500 record.
Yeah.
And here we have who knows what over here. The Panthers at 5-8 marching their way into the playoffs. Like, excuse me?
Right.
Respectfully, excuse me?
No, I know. I'm kind of down for that. Like all out record top whatever teams go to the playoffs.
So obviously, like we said, a little more predictable in the AFC. 7 teams are comfortable in the playoff bubble with a 60% chance of making the postseason.
Okay.
So,
following up on our awards last week, we did mention that the Bengals are a hot mess. And it just kind of continues to implode for them. Jamar Chase was suspended 1 game for spitting. It was on Jalen Ramsey, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Which is crazy work.
grade A crash out. Because I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was Jalen Ramsey. I was like, bruv, because he punched him. Jalen Ramsey punched Jamar Chase.
What's up with the spitting this year in the NFL?
I don't know, but that's so disrespectful.
It's highly disrespectful.
So disrespectful.
Quite frankly,
unacceptable. So that whole ordeal happened. Jalen Ramsey punches him. Comes out after the game that Jalen was like, he spit on me. And then Jamar Chase was like, no, I didn't.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, bruv, but there's about 800 cameras around an NFL game. And that wasn't a
Little
just
did he
normal
know,
little spit.
he forgot he played in the NFL and not the MLB. Like, the NFL has got 1 billion cameras. The MLB's like, we can't see that.
Yeah. Also, NFL can't see what a first down is. We got to get the chains. But they can see when you're hucking a loogie at the
guy.
guy.
They zoomed in. They knew what color grill he was wearing.
Facts.
They said, oh, you spit at what time?
Oh, literally. Yeah. So,
need to brush your teeth.
Suspended 1 game, and he also forfeits over $500,000. It's like his paycheck a week. I think I saw it was like 460 something ridiculous amount of dollars a week, and then it's like an extra 50 for being active every game.
A week.
Yeah. Oh
yeah. So like just to put that in perspective for
week.
all of us over here like thriving, he makes about $500,000 a week.
A week.
Hee hee.
What do you guys make?
Is he single?
What do you guys make? Get out of my face. You know when that stupid Capital One commercial comes on? What's in your wallet? I'm like, stop.
No, I know.
Stop.
Not NFL money.
Yeah, not that.
Crazy.
So that's another. Oh, well, speaking of the Bengals, actually, while we're on it, Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Apparently, has been listed as a full participant this week
I saw
in
him,
practice.
Yeah, I saw him last week making a showing at practice.
Yeah, which I think the estimated hopeful return date for him was around Thanksgiving, which would be the following week. So.
Let's do an over under how many more games it's going to take for him to get hurt again.
No, I'm scared.
Why? He's Anthony Davis. He's glass.
I know. I actually feel bad for him.
Really? I don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, this is just what it is.
I don't know. I feel bad for him.
I mean, I do too. I don't like to
Sucks.
see him go down like this, but also, like...
I don't know. It just sucks. It makes me feel bad.
Okay, she's sentimental today. Well, you should feel bad for this guy. Michael...
Let me make one thing clear.
Okay.
I don't lose sleep and feel that bad over millionaires and billionaires.
No, we know.
Okay.
Joe Burrow bought a fucking Batmobile.
Yeah, like I don't feel that bad.
And then returned it before he ever got it because We got robbed.
Maybe I feel bad for Bengals fans. I don't know. The situation I'm a little bummed about. But let me make one thing clear.
I feel bad for Bengals fans for multiple reasons.
Facts.
That being one of them, and then the fact that you're orange and black being the other one.
Yeah.
And like Tony the Tiger being
I
your
was
mascot.
just going to say.
Anyways.
Looking like them cereal boxes out there.
Michael Penix Jr., quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons, is now officially out for the season with a season-ending ACL injury that will require surgery. Okay. As you know, University of Washington alumni.
Question: what number injury are we on in his football career?
Oh, football.
Like
I think in college it was shoulders.
It's got to be like the 5th or 6th injury.
Okay. Well, Joe Burrow too.
I feel bad.
Okay.
Feel bad for the guy. However, hold on. I do not feel bad for the Falcons because as Seahawks fans, we're pissed because by doing that trade and getting Michael Penix in the draft, I don't know all the details because quite frankly, I don't care. But the Falcons, they don't have a first-round pick in the 2026 draft. Do you know where that first-round pick went? The Los Angeles Rams. And it's currently at number 8. Potentially, I think it could be top 5. So while the Rams are number 1, number 2, best team in the league, potential to go to the Super Bowl, XYZ, until the Seahawks spoil that, they also have a top 10 draft pick, 2026.
Yeah, the Rams are not going to the Super Bowl over the Seattle Seahawks. I don't know.
So I'm pissed about that scenario.
Okay, well, let's wrap it there. Let's finish it with her being hated because I know one thing that's not going to make her hated.
Are you going to be cheering on Shitter Sanders in his first NFL debut?
No.
First NFL start this week?
Sure.
You guys, Haley is grade A hater.
Sure.
Grade A hater.
No, bro, I actually don't hate him. I just am like, it's been 12 weeks.
They play the Raiders. So I'll say one thing. If he balls out.
Raiders.
If he balls out during the Raiders, good. You should.
Yeah.
If you don't, bust.
Remember when he got drafted, I said that his first couple weeks of the Bengals, I was not a hater at all. Or not the Bengals, for the Browns. I was not a hater at all. I was oh my God, he's finally showing like some maturity here, you know. But it's also been 12 weeks. Like, I'm not hating on him. I'm actually hating on the Browns.
That organization.
What the hell has taken you 12 weeks to start him in the first place?
I don't know.
That's
everyone to lose their heads.
I'm like, oh, wait, he's starting? Like, this could have been done 11 weeks ago.
Facts. And then he could have already had so many more reps and snaps, and you guys could actually tell if he could be the franchise guy.
Right. Like,
you were dicking around with Dylan Gabriel.
Let's get into your football. 2026 Major League Baseball World Series champions.
The Seattle Mariners.
Who just officially acquired first baseman Josh Naylor.
Hey guys, can you put some bells and whistles in this one, please? Thank you.
Well, I'm also high right now because our producer just painted the studio while we're in here, and the fumes are like, you know what I mean? But high or not, the Mariners are doing off-season work.
Yeah, so this has got to be, I think, one of our biggest off-season signings that we have ever done.
Well, it's actually, and it's one of their biggest signings, period.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, off-season, like Julio, Cal.
Yeah.
This actually was the biggest, I think, deal they've done in this fashion since the Cano deal.
Correct. I did, yes, I did see that. And one reason I do want to say that is because little Miss Haley over here had time the previous evening to watch the entire press conference that Josh Naylor.
Little Miss is so insane. It was only 30 minutes.
Okay.
It was my treadmill 30 minutes.
Beautiful.
I was like, got 8 more minutes.
You got to hear what he says.
Yeah.
You made a note that DePoto.
And yeah. See? Flew. I think it's really important to actually watch the whole clips because you'll learn different things. This is
actually like, I think that this is very telling because as we know, Josh Naylor and family resides in Arizona and DePoto and company flew their jet down to Arizona, spoke with him personally, met with him for 3 or so hours.
Yep.
And that obviously, as said too by Josh, that meant a lot to him, because that's clearly goes to show that like they are willing to go out of their way and prove to him like how much he means to the organization, to the fans, how bad they want to make this deal, versus the typical, hey, come meet with us Tuesday at the office, 4 p.m. You get here, how you get here.
Yeah, bring your agent. Like,
yeah.
It was DePoto and Justin Hollander.
Right.
RGM,
yeah.
Which, you know, like, sorry, we always forget his name. He's just quieter than DePoto.
Right.
DePoto. So they flew. Mm-hmm. And they said it was about a 4-hour conversation. Playing with Josh's little baby.
Yeah.
And really just got into, obviously, the deal, Josh's desire to be here, and what they envision for the Mariners moving forward.
Correct.
And what different pieces they need to get, etc. So it was more of an elaborate conversation of what needs to happen for him to come. But, I mean, to be honest, it sounded like Josh was coming here. Like,
regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he signed a 5-year deal, $92.5 million deal. Pretty
lucrative.
Yeah. Also, like you said, it's a team-friendly deal, for sure.
Yeah.
Because I forget what they were estimating for him, but it was over that.
Actually, I think
wasn't it like 130?
No, well,
or 120?
Originally when we had been reporting a couple months ago, I guess just when season ended, with him being first on the list.
Yeah.
A lot of people, even Jeff Passan.
Yeah.
was predicting like a 4-year 80 million, 4-year 100 million. So we got 5 for 92.
Okay.
So I think a pretty fair deal for the Mariners,
perfect,
which is even what Josh said in the press conference. He said what made the deal so easy, because essentially during the press conference is about 10 different questions asked a little bit differently.
Yeah.
So it's that's where a lot of the quotes are coming about his desire to be in the city and et
Well,
cetera.
it seemed like any of the sides of this deal were asking for an absurd amount.
Right. Like there was no negotiation truly of like, that's not going to work or whatever. And I think that's what Josh said of why it was so smooth. And Naylor even said that he's just like not a greedy person. So, which gets into his signing bonus. So obviously the 92 million, the signing bonus is the biggest piece right now that's important for the Mariners of opening up more room. So Josh Naylor's taking only a $6.5 million signing bonus this year, which will then increase in his next 5 years of the contracts. In 2026, it's 10 mil, then goes to 16 mil, 18 mil, 20 mil, and capping off on 2030 at 22 million.
Gotcha.
So by structuring the deal like that, in 2026, there's additional room for the Mariners.
Right. That frees up like 20 to 25 million for Polanco, I don't know.
For a second baseman. So yeah, the structure of the deal, instead of the sign-on bonus going the opposite direction, you know, more now, less later. So that's interesting and just goes to his whole character, which I just cannot. Also in the deal, he'll get $50,000 for an all-star, $25,000 for selection, $150,000 for MVP.
Oh, wow.
$100,000 for a World Series MVP.
Now that I can see.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a couple other things. But again, this is a full no trade clause, and he asked for that specifically.
Yes.
He also discussed in his press conference that aside from the 5 years, he wants to play the rest of his career here.
Which is awesome.
He's been here for like 3 months, and he wants to be with us his whole life.
Like, we obviously manifested, and we're so freaking excited and happy when we were getting Eugenio Suarez back to Seattle. Right before that was also Josh Naylor.
Yeah.
The news that Josh Naylor was coming to Seattle.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, we were all like, oh, okay, cool. Got this guy for basically a bag of potato chips. Like, sweet. We were just so...
Who's this guy?
Yeah, so excited about Gino being back. And it ended up being the best, obviously, mid-season acquisition that we have ever received.
The way the fans have rode for Josh Naylor, like they even told him that during their first conversation of being like, as soon as this ended, we were getting message after message saying sign Naylor, and they were like, fine, you know what I mean? Like we were already going to.
I was at the front office, guys.
There was accounts that were doing like Josh Naylor photos every single day since the season ended.
Ashley or something on Twitter.
Yes.
Shout out if anyone knows who she is.
It was so cool.
She was literally photoshopping photos of Josh Naylor as like art and like anything you could think of every single day until the signing happened. For sure. It was a whole city. I mean, he even said, quote, "From the moment I arrived, everyone in the organization welcomed and helped me. The players brought me in and loved my game right away, and the fans were incredible. Seattle has the best fan base in baseball. They're electric and support us through and through, and I couldn't be more thankful for that. I can't wait to continue to play with these guys and bring the city a championship." Like
Oh my God. If you listen to the whole thing, he basically said that a million times.
Yeah. And shout out to our dog, Tucker, because that was also a bargaining deal that really got him in. He said,
loves the dog.
Just feeling the love right away. And then he found out that we had Tucker. He put me over the edge. I love that little guy. I love feeding him every day and just playing with him when I can. He's a blessing, too.
No, I can't. You called the dog a blessing.
Yes.
I need to find a Josh Naylor.
I know.
I know his brother's also probably married. But
I know. So,
anyways, going back to the beginning of the trade and your point about Eugenio, because they obviously asked him a lot about that, of what it was like to be traded at that time of the season. He had been traded twice that year, and coming into an organization, obviously at the time he did. Yeah. And like how that transition was so easy for him. And obviously he alluded to a lot of the staff and the way the organization is ran. But he did mention that he knew a few people. So he said he knew Andres Munoz from some time in San Diego. He knew Vargas from some rehab time in Cleveland. And then from there, I did find it interesting that Eugenio's name was never uttered in the press conference. Because to me, when you're answering that question of like being traded mid-season and how that was smooth, it was like, yeah, you might know some guys, but you also got traded with your teammate.
Yeah,
like exactly. You and your teammate both headed on over and we're both on a team together. Right. Like to me, and
you weren't alone.
You're two infielders.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. There had to be.
Think,
but I also understand there's probably a conversation that was had of not drawing attention to that
because they don't know the future of
and like didn't want to essentially put Hollander or DePoto on the spot to answer that question because they did ask Josh like what pieces he thought that they should get, and he was like, I'll let DePoto and Hollander speak to that, so he didn't even answer that question. Obviously they were skating around it. I just thought naming some players and not
I think
Eugenio was interesting.
Me personally, like reading that situation, I maybe because the city of Seattle was so excited to get Gino back, and like we didn't really give anything to Naylor because we just didn't know him, which is fair. It's not like we weren't not excited for him, but we were just so over the moon excited to have Gino back. And I'm sure that, like, going into that, coming into Seattle with somebody like Gino, you know, that was already loved, he was like, okay, like, I'm going to have to earn that from the fan base. And within a week, the guy had already done that. I almost wonder if, like, maybe he feels like maybe he kind of stole the fan base from Gino. Because now at this point after the season, unfortunately, Gino did not perform as well as he did in Arizona and as well as he did when he was with the Mariners previously, unfortunately.
Yeah, minus home runs.
Minus the home runs, obviously. Minus that fabulous game that we were at.
Yeah.
But I almost wonder if, like, maybe Naylor also feels a little awkward in the sense of, like, I kind of stole the fan base from you when we came over at the same time. Sorry, but
I think what you mean is because, like, the fans after the season end are literally, like, creating campaigns to sign Naylor, but they're not saying that for Gino. Yeah, I think... So now as we talk about who we think the Mariners should go into next, I think the problem, not to say that they wouldn't want Gino, but Gino is also a free agent. He's going to be able to test the market. Gino did hit 49 home runs. Yeah. And that is going to get him more money than we probably are willing and able to pay. Because at the end of the day,
we didn't pay him the first time.
Some teams in the MLB will take a starting third baseman that hits 49 home runs and has a 200 average. Yeah. Some teams need something like that. Yeah. We maybe need someone that has hits more for average.
Yep.
So he
'Cause
will
we
probably
have-
test the market, and he would probably get more than the Mariners are willing to
Well,
give.
well, yeah, without a doubt, 100%. I think that's a known. I think everyone already assumes that much because at the end of the day, we were in the same predicament with him 2 years ago, and at the end of the day, we did not end up paying him.
Yeah, I
and
know.
he went. Arizona was more than willing to pay him, and then he went over there and hit damn near 40 home runs with them.
Right.
And I think also too, as somebody who like him who knows his worth, probably is willing to test the market in the sense of, I've kind of been done wrong by this organization once. Would I be willing to do it again?
Right.
And I totally understand that mentality. I don't know if that's how he's feeling, but I don't think that would be
I
too
just
crazy
think that
to
he'll
assume
get
that.
more than I think he's even worth. But
Well, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But like you said, a team might need a power bat in that sense.
yes,
More explosive.
yes,
However, we have Cal.
yes. Julio.
We have Naylor.
Naylor.
We have Julio. We have the power bats. At this point, we need to focus on the lower half
Yes.
of the lineup.
Getting on base.
And Eugenio Suarez is not going to be at the bottom of a lineup. Let's be real. So,
who do you think that they
hopefully-
should get?
Polo.
Do you
Polo.
genuinely think that?
I want Polanco. I don't know. I think it just depends on how much, if he's willing to maybe take a team-friendly deal in the
Yeah.
sense. I'm hoping, and who knows, because if I'm met with 20 million versus 14 million, please, I'm taking the 20 million. Get out of my face. I understand that. However, I really hope that maybe by Naylor doing that, taking a more team-friendly deal.
And signing so fast.
Yes, and doing it immediately and saying that, like, I believe in this team to win a championship. You saw, let's just pick up right where we left off, essentially. Hopefully that kind of spreads into the clubhouse.
Totally. I think that's
And
the goal
around
of
the
signing
league.
Naylor so fast.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
around the league that becomes a thing. Because at the end of the day, like,
I
I only
wouldn't-
have so much money that the
I
Mariners are
wouldn't
willing to
mind
send.
having Polo. I just think that if you sign him, which I think there's a high possibility that we do, I'm just like, we got to look at the outfield pretty quick and pretty
Yeah.
intensely.
Yeah.
I think we're kind of forgetting about the outfield.
Yeah, a little bit.
Not Dipoto, I'm saying fans. Like,
Totally. I also think too that, I mean, Cal will probably DH more next year than he will because Harry Ford's going to be able to catch a lot of games. So I think that Cal will potentially maybe move to DH more. I don't know. We'll see how the season goes, obviously. But I think that's kind of on the back burner as well as a thought because granted we needed a true DH this year.
yeah.
I don't think Cal would be willing to move to DH because
Oh,
he is
God, no.
so
Not yet.
No, he's so needed.
I
Behind
think
the
in
plate.
6-7 years
Yeah,
to be a permanent DH. Yeah.
I think he'll start transitioning sooner than that. Play more games as DH than catching every single game. So I don't know, which makes me worried that I don't know if the team would prioritize a true DH. I don't know. So you kind of play that gamble of
We also have a pretty good farm system, so
Yeah.
it depends. I don't know too
Which-
much.
and what's up with Ryan Bliss? Are we?
ACL.
I know.
God
Is he
only
coming
knows.
back? And are we?
Well, we pull scholarships sometimes if we don't know how
Like,
they're coming back. So,
know? So who knows?
speaking of Cal, Cal Raleigh was robbed
Absolutely, highway robbery.
of the American League MVP, as we feared would happen.
Yep. Can't say
Based on a
surprised.
few things, but Aaron Judge won the AL MVP for the second year in a row. Total 3. There was 1 year he didn't get in a row because Shohei played for the Los Angeles Angels, so he took it. Now I'm sure Judge is
how perfect that
yeah.
they're both in the AL and NL now.
Yep. I'm sure Judge is really happy about that. Judge had 17 first place votes, and there was 13 votes for Cal. Ideally, if 2 votes had shifted, it would have tied it up. And Shohei was unanimous.
Has there ever been a tie MVP?
I don't know.
I
I don't know. I mean, we just like know how we feel about that. Obviously, we've talked about it
Yeah.
many times, so we're not even going to get too far into it because the East Coast bias is what it is. I think it really does attribute to sports reporters, game analysts, a lot of media, a lot of sports media that fails to follow West Coast sports throughout the whole year. We saw it during the playoffs. We're not knowing much. And to not cover players when it comes to important things like this and to not know about them. And these are the people that are voting, y'all.
Yeah. I think it's an
media
absolute
votes
disservice to their job.
Yes, 100%.
I think it's also because, like, what kind of excuse in what workplace do you just get to be like, oh, I just didn't see it or I don't pay attention?
Yeah, and I don't like it, so I'm not covering it.
Quite frankly, you can't do that. Like, that is a part of your job.
Yeah.
Even like Pat McAfee had mentioned a couple weeks ago on his show, talking about the Seahawks and was like alluding to the fact that like, oh, no one really pays attention. They're all the way up there in the corner, and I'm like, okay, we're still here though. Like, so not. What are we supposed to blame? The map?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Quite literally geography, the location of how our country is mapped out. What in the world?
I don't
understand. There's nothing we can do about that. There are teams up here that deserve to be televised and talked about. Mm-hmm. What the hell?
Yeah.
Like, it's actually so irritating because you know damn well if Cal was in pinstripes, he would have gotten that award, and that's point blank period.
Yeah. If Cal was a Yankee and Aaron Judge was a Mariner, Cal Raleigh would have won MVP.
Exactly. And let's just be honest, if they didn't vote for an MVP award, they voted just for best hitter award.
Which is the Hank Aaron hitter award.
Exactly.
So if that's what it's going to be, then make it be that.
Exactly.
But
that's
as
what's
a
irritating.
Position player, Cal Raleigh was the most valuable player with a position. Exactly. I was dying. You can even look at like Aaron Judge's like fielding stats from last year.
Yeah.
And it's like they don't exist.
Yeah.
Because I did look into, because I think that the Yankees fans are hilarious with their arguments, because last year Aaron Judge went against Bobby Witt Jr.
Yep.
For the AL MVP, which again, very different place. Like Aaron Judge had 53 or something home runs last year. Bobby Witt Jr. had like 30 something. Mm-hmm. However, Bobby Witt Jr. had a higher batting average.
Yeah.
So this
year,
year,
the metric.
This year the Yankees said that Judge needed to win because he had a higher average than Cal, even though Cal had home runs. But last year,
I know for a fact that they all said, "Oh, just because you have more home runs, you get to win the award."
Yeah. So last year,
eat your words.
Last year, the argument was Judge had more home runs than Bobby Witt Jr., which don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Bobby Witt Jr. should have won. No. But your guys' arguments on this fucking award is wild. And also, I looked up Bobby Witt Jr.'s fielding.
Yeah.
He's a shortstop, for those of you who don't know. It's like main position on the infield besides pitchers and the catchers.
Yeah.
This motherfucker started 160 games at shortstop. There's 162 games in the regular season.
Yeah.
He started 160 at one of the most demanding positions in the infield. Mm-hmm. While Aaron Judge, I didn't even look, but I mean, again, his right field / DH.
Yeah.
You're the best hitter.
And I think at some point you have to put some kind of parameters in the sense of if we are comparing a designated hitter.
Yes.
That is the position, a DH.
Right.
All you are designated to hit. Mm-hmm. That's all you're there for. Mm-hmm. If we're going to put a player like that up against somebody such as Cal Raleigh playing a catcher, such as Bobby Witt Jr. who played shortstop, players that play both sides of the ball, all 9+ innings, every single game, that is such an unlevel.
I think it's even unfair to look at your AL MVP Aaron Judge and your NL Shohei.
Yeah.
Shohei, if I'm Shohei, I'm like, stop grouping me in with Aaron Judge. I get they're both the lead, but Shohei's like, I pitch and I hit.
Yes. Like, I know.
And granted, he's not playing in the field when he's not pitching, but the motherfucker starts.
Yeah.
Like, what he's doing is literally insane. I get Aaron Judge is insane, but he's an insane hitter.
Yes, exactly.
Period. Point blank, period.
Yes, that is the frustration, I think, that people who know ball and have watched the season that Cal has had, and even, I'm sure, Bobby Witt Jr. fans last year, and
100%.
so forth.
Which they knew they were going to lose that one, too.
Exactly. Yeah. Have just felt that, like, this is an unfair argument because at the end of the day, Aaron Judge is winning it because what he's doing at the plate is insane. Rightfully
Yes.
so. But what he's doing is the Hank Aaron Award.
Mm-hmm.
You are the best hitter.
Period.
You are not the most valuable player. I'm sorry.
No.
Not knocking you, not saying that you're
No.
a shitty player. We're not fucking dumb.
And like,
It's Aaron Judge.
let's
He
reiterate.
is one of the best MLB players to ever exist. We understand that.
point blank.
But like
Well, he's one of the best MLB hitters.
MLB hitters, okay?
Because Cal also had more home runs and RBIs.
Yeah.
So it's not like he lost in every single hitting category.
And I will say, that was not a blowout. They were off by 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Shohei
so-
was unanimous. I don't even know if there was a second option.
Don't even know who it would've
Manager of the Year award.
Another
We
bone to pick.
we don't have a lot of time to get into it. But
Ex-Mariner, Stephen Vogt.
yeah, won AL Manager of the Year, 17 first
Again.
place votes, 10 first place votes for John Schneider for the Blue Jays, and only 2 first place votes for Dan Wilson for the Seattle Mariners.
Shout out to those 2 people.
I'm not even gonna lie, I would have rather had John Schneider win than Stephen Vogt.
Big facts.
How does a manager win Manager of the Year when you had 2 players indicted on betting charges this season?
Starting pitchers.
This season. Not even like, hey, that happened a couple years ago and you got Manager of the Year. No, like currently. For the year that you're assessing him on?
Yeah.
This year. Make it make fucking sense.
Collusion.
Bro.
That's a little sus if you
They
ask
said, hey,
me.
we're going to suspend 2 of your pitchers, but we'll give you Manager of the Year.
That's like, here's a cookie.
No, because genuinely, I don't care if you knew that that was going on or not. Let's say he didn't. Doesn't matter. Like, it still weighs into the decision,
Absolutely, and it should.
right? Like anyone, like even if you're a coach on like a basketball team and your player gets in trouble, like they still like take the heat. Like
And
that's
that
what it
wasn't
is.
information that just came out over the last 2-3 weeks. That was information that came out during the season.
Yes. So how elite of, and mind you, where were you guys in the playoffs?
Yes.
Where were you in the
Like, yeah, you guys made a great comeback at the end of the season, but
honestly, that award made the MLB look really stupid.
I agree. Pat Murphy
Really
for the
stupid.
Brewers repeated as the NL Manager of the Year. Seems like a lot of repeats. Seems like people are getting lazy. Cy Young Awards.
Brewers had a great record, but holy
Yeah.
shit, they can't play in
Ooh-wee.
the playoffs.
No way. That's a good thing that these are regular season
'Cause
records.
yikes.
Cy Young Awards, Tarek Skubal, AL, back to back.
I know. Go Red Hawks. I was going to tell you, I did message him and congratulate him,
Oh,
and he
that's
said
so
thank you.
sweet. That is so nice.
I know, he's so sweet. He was at, also, this is Ari's and I's favorite crossover. There's a lot of crossover here. You know, Tarek Skubal went to Seattle University, go
D-Book.
Red Hawks.
I knew it.
Tarek Skubal is also a great fan of Devin Booker.
And Devin Booker is
A great fan of
Motown,
Ari and I. I'm
baby.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Detroit.
Point guard, yes. Point guard for the Phoenix Suns, also from Detroit, where obviously Tarek Skubal is playing, so it's like weird things. But Skubal was in Portland last night watching the Suns game. And
Yeah.
Book was giving him
Who's,
all
I'm sorry, Book's cute
where
little
were we?
run up. I know. Well, I was on a
I know.
flight,
Oh,
but
goddamn you.
yeah.
However, it's interesting news that could bring Tarek Skubal back to Seattle.
Yeah. Seattle is I don't know what's going on with Detroit, but
they're
they're listening to trade talks, like serious trade talks.
Yeah, because I also heard that the negotiations from Tarek and them, they are very far apart of
Yep.
what they think is.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think that they're probably hitting a position where is the rest of their team able to keep up with the what he offers as a starting
I just
pitcher.
feel like this is their window, and if they don't pay him, then like I don't know. And
I'm saying though they're
Detroit.
probably like, do we take the money that we would have paid
Yeah.
him and pay for some other players, because obviously he pitches every 5 days and you guys ain't winning a pennant with him. We just watched.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean that's a tough situation.
I don't know, because I don't know the rest of their like
It's a
starting
50-50
players'
gamble.
contracts and when everything is ending. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It'll be
Seattle is
interesting.
potentially a destination. Someone said to me today, "Is he going to go to the Dodgers?" And I think
fuck outta here.
I
No,
don't
he's
know
not.
him that well. I know him well enough that I don't think he would do that.
They don't need him. I'm sorry.
No, but I don't think he as a person
I don't
do that. I'm not seeing that. He's over there riding.
Yeah,
they have billboards and buses with his face on it in Detroit. Like,
who were those guys who were like, if you can't beat him, join him? He's not giving
Blake
that.
Snell.
Yeah. He's not giving that.
Yes, exactly. I'm not.
Paul Skeens won the NL Cy Young Award, unanimous. Shocking. I will make a note. Brian Wu was 5th in Cy Young votes.
Wow.
So, like, the dude had a great year.
Woo! Yeah, I just wish we would have had him during the playoffs.
Me too! Comeback player of the year, NL, was Ronald Acuna Jr. Kind of confused me. Returning from a torn ACL that ended the last season. But did he even play half the season
Imagine
this year?
that being a stipulation in the NBA. Everybody would win that award.
No.
Like, what?
Like, he played 95 games.
Yeah, that's a stretch. That means they don't have anyone for that award.
Exactly. And for the AL, Jacob deGrom, pitcher for the Texas Rangers, recovered from Tommy John surgery, which was in June 2023. So he had like 12-8 record, 2.97 ERA, 185 strikeouts. So he well-deserved. I think anyone coming back from Tommy John and then actually balling out is always impressive.
Totally.
Reliever of the year, funny. In the NL, the New York Mets, Edwin Diaz, formerly a Seattle Mariner.
Well, we know how that goes.
He won his second Reliever of the Year award. And Chapman of the Boston Red Sox wins his second AL Reliever of the Year award.
Favorite Mariners, first team Mariners, Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez, and AL second team Mariners, Brian Wu, Andres Munoz.
Yeah, having 4 players in the all MLB first and second team, pretty great. Obviously,
super cool.
Cal Raleigh and Julio are pretty much faces of our league, but now I got Nails as the
Dude,
face
it's
of
so
the
fun to watch like the MLB posts about him.
So I'm loving it.
I'm
loving it.
Okay, let's go get McDonald's. Just kidding. This week, catch UW women's soccer moving on in the NCAA tournament. Friday night, catch the Seattle Torrent making their
Friday night lights on the ice.
Dude, making their franchise debut.
Yeah,
inaugural season. We love one of those. Hopefully, it's better than the Kraken's first year, but anyways,
bing bong.
Bing bong. And Sunday, Seahawks at Tennessee. Check the socials for our tailgate giveaway.
Yes, if you're traveling.
Oh, yeah. Or you
cheer
from Tennessee
so loud. Or if you know friends and family that live in Nashville or going to the game.
Let us know.
Let them know. Let us know. Enter the giveaway.
Yeah.
Cheer so loud for us.
Love you guys.
We won't be there.
XOXO.
Shakers.